Welcome to the Sage Stage. I'm Chandra Pepper.
I'm Jane Watson.
And in this episode, we talk about show letdowns.
Yeah, energy and embracing energy work.
And labels of ourselves.
And why we have a difficult time with those.
So, hey, stay tuned. It's going to be a great one.
It'll catch up with us. Don't worry about it.
Should we start?
Yeah.
One.
Hey. I love how you say, should we start? I'm like, oh yeah, I thought we had.
Oh God, no, I didn't think we had started.
Okay.
Oh my God. Well, we've already started now.
Now we have.
Hey guys.
Hi. There's the art. Look, it came.
Oh my God, it came.
And we're going to probably have it black out again because weird things are happening today energetically. Things are just
you know what?
on.
This is an energy day.
It is. It is. I'm you're a basket case. I'm a basket case.
Well, let's not announce I'm a basket case. I was going to try and pretend I wasn't.
Well,
but I guess
you're not entirely a basket case. What I'm saying is energetically,
no,
we're
I'm
both a little
I'm a
off
basket
the hook.
case.
No, you're not. Your energy is you're recovering.
Well,
You're
I did it. I
Let's
had
talk
an
about all the
energy.
things you're recovering from. Okay, you're recovering from the show.
Yes, the
so
show
which is
ended.
a huge energetic outlay for anyone who's out there who's a creative gets it. Like when you've done a show like that, and it takes up your life for months, and then it's this peak event, and then all of a sudden it's just like someone's cut off your legs, and you've got all of this like
And you don't-
forward
yeah.
momentum, and you've got nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
And it's discombobulating.
Even if you have other stuff on the go, which I do, there's a you have to shift. And there's really sometimes no time to have that shift or pivot.
No.
You're just like, oh,
No.
Mac track. Okay, jump off.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, you have to go back to your regular life and do all the things that you weren't able to get done before, and just like
And jump into them.
and jump into them.
Yeah. So I
there's
did that and jumped into giving an energy treatment.
Right.
Which is great. Fine. It's funny. I was telling you, I haven't had many clients, which was good because, fall and winter, I'm always a little busier. Then out of the blue, within the next 2 weeks, I have 4 treatments to do. Yay for me.
That's the universe also going, now you've got time and
now
energy.
you have time to do that.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is great.
It is
But
great.
energy treatments, after the treatment's done, there is a repercussion in your own body.
And there shouldn't be. I should have let it go, and I thought I had, but maybe because I'm also so when you're doing an energy treatment and when you're working with someone and you're pulling it out, you don't hold it.
You're not
But there is a physical drain depending on what the treatment is. I'm not going to go into details because of privacy, but if something is more like hard to pull out, or if it's a physical pull out, then there is just muscle soreness and stuff. Which I think I'm having, and also like I don't ever hold on to someone's pain.
You can't.
I don't do
Yeah,
that.
you'd be done.
I feel it, and I shake it out. I breathe it out,
Let it
or
go,
I let
flow.
it throw it out through my feet. But I think because normally I don't react like this, and I think maybe it's because I'm still on the I'm a little drained from the show.
You're in recovery.
And I went to a chiropractor yesterday. So I mean, it was a bunch of everything, which is fine. I mean, but it just reminds me that, hey, one, I'm not 20 anymore. And B, I'm like, I have to give myself time. We have to give ourselves time. And again, we live in this society where it's not encouraged to give yourself time to recover from anything.
No.
Like we ended on a Sunday and we all jumped into work Monday morning.
Yep. Exactly. And this is it, because we're a volunteer group, people doing
It's
this because we
community
love
theater,
it. There is
yeah.
zero time for.
Yeah, it's not like it's professional where the show's over, and I mean, sometimes you're really fortunate to jump into another
but
job,
even-
but still, you usually have a day or two between jobs.
Exactly.
And even if you don't, it's different.
Yeah, it's
I just bit my tongue.
Oh,
It's different.
a bathrobe. No, I think,
And that's why I'm also sniffling, because I'm having an energetic release, I think.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out.
So
why
I'm not a
from the
Coke
moment-
addict. I'm just a little bit sniffly. For those of you listening and not watching, and
She's a little sniffly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of interested because I'm doing a therapeutic touch
Which would
course.
be
I'm
very fun.
learning how to do energy treatments, and I'm not sure like I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to go in there with an open mind, and I'm going to go in there and try and learn everythve. And I've certainly become more sensitive to my own energy and the where it is in my body and how it flows and where it's stuck, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it for someone else.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
So I mean, it's
If
impressive to me
I'm
that
all
you just,
about
you can pick up on people's energies so
took me
quickly.
a while to understand that, and I would always, I've told you if I signed up for a course, Candy would be like, "Why are you doing that? You should teach it." And I'm like, "I don't even know what the hell I'm doing," but she like the innate, it's innate. I think courses can be great. Yeah. I love them because, I like to hear other people's experience and it kind of go, oh yeah, I feel that. Oh, I understand that. But do you need to be taught? I think you're being taught. There's different styles, right? Reiki has its style. Therapeutic touch has its style. There's zero balancing and craniosacral. All energy works with different techniques. It's like spiritual practices, shamanic, Wiccan, light workers, empathic. We all, mediums versus tarot readers, like you're all just connecting in ways that you find.
Yeah, that's an interesting one for me because I'm mediums versus psychics. I've never understood the difference.
Well, a medium is someone who, I'm sure people might say it differently, but my understanding and my friends, a medium is someone who connects to souls who have passed.
Okay.
That's a medium. But a medium is a psychic.
Okay. So
but
what?
that's the top. Like so
what
if
is,
you're a palm reader,
can you be a
or
psychic
if you're
and not be a
tarot,
medium?
Yes, I am. I mean, I am.
Psychic.
I do medium. I am.
Wait.
Psychic. Okay. Psychic abilities is the ability to trust your intuition and to receive messages or see things. Like there's clairaudient, clairvoyant, all those clairs.
Yep.
Because we all have it. I believe that everyone has the ability innately. It's whether they open themselves to it, whether you have to practice it. You have to believe it.
I challenge that. I don't think everyone has it innately. At least I don't think everyone has it to the point where they can actually access it.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, everyone has it. It's whether they access it.
Yeah. But also too, like I do think that when we're
like
born,
some people are
like
so closed, are they just they don't.
But
I don't believe it.
I look at amazing painters and artists and illustrators, and I go, yes, some of that was taking a class and learning geometry of the face and etc. But there's a part of it too, is that I'll take the exact same class and this woman over here will produce this amazing thing.
To me,
and I will be in this class and I'll be like doing every bit as much of effort, but I won't have that innate ability. And I think that psychic ability is kind of the same thing.
You can do tarot reading where the cards, however they're laid out, and once you've memorized that, this card, like we did, this card in this spot signifies this indicator. This card in this, you know what the cards mean. You could do a tarot reading. Once you start doing that and you don't rely on just the cards and really you can feel the messages coming through. Some people aren't able to open themselves out, but they can do a tarot reading. Are they psychic? I don't know. I'm not going to judge that. I wouldn't.
Well, like you said, everyone is probably psychic. It's just a question of to what degree are they in tune to it,
and if they believe in it. Like I know some people who are very anti intuition, energy, psychic, but I know them, and I'm like, you don't understand how in tune you are, and how.
That's interesting.
That's what I mean.
In absolute denial of there being any kind of intuition and psychic thing, and yet you know them to be from your own experience of them. To be very highly attuned and psychic.
Yeah, just by things they say that they tell me. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you what was going on in my life. Yet you kind of honed right in on, hey, what's going on, Chandra, blah, blah, blah. And, I don't say it because I know it makes them uncomfortable. So that's what I mean. Like, I think a lot of people are sensitive. Let's call it this, sensitive, but don't believe in psychic abilities, don't believe in energies, are very science. I mean, I could go down the science road of energy work, but
at what point did you feel comfortable calling yourself like a psychic or a medium?
Probably in about 10 years.
Exactly. So it's like, I mean, it's so like, but you are, you do energy work, and
I
yet
do,
we have
and
this
I know there's results,
and
I've worked with people,
You've
and I see that it does make a difference, and I'm not making it up.
It's very hard to label yourself or give yourself that title,
but that also comes from probably my own feelings of self-worth and who am I, imposter syndrome, and all that. That's my own shit. I know I have it because there have been times where I'm like, I don't know. Okay. I don't know how this happened, but it happened. And there's been a change. And okay. I know if I did it more and really didn't judge myself, messages would come in even clearer and faster. Like they come in so fast to me. And I've said this, I was talking to Candy. They come in so fast that almost I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Right.
Because I think it should take a long time, but I'll touch a body and go this ding 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 ding. I'm done.
Oh,
that didn't take long.
No, that's the thing. Like you have it that it needs to be hard, and it's for you.
Exactly.
Perhaps it's just easy.
I guess.
I think for me, it's going to be. I'd like to think it would be easy, but I'm probably going to have to because I, like you, have a lot of preconceived
notions. But like I'm saying,
it.
everybody's different. Like some people use tarot cards to get there. Some people, psychometry. Some people like to therapeutic touch. Like I will see and feel more when I'm actually touching that person.
Right.
But I can get there. And now sometimes I don't. I can just be sitting across from someone and say, oh, I see this. And they're like, yes. So I feel better when I touch someone. And I don't know why, but maybe because I'm a very tactile person. Yeah. But that's who I am. Well, I know some people who just have to look at someone and go, oh, your dog died when you were 12 and it was a black and white poodle. And I'm just like, whew. Yeah, I'm not there.
No. But thing is, as you said, some people there's different kinds of clairvoyance. And
yes.
So there's audible, as you hear,
there's
see. And for you, what's the word for one that when you
clairsentient.
So you're clairsentient.
Yeah, I would probably consider myself that. And
maybe not probably.
I would consider myself that.
Say it louder.
I am clairsentient.
Yes.
Is my main one. I do see and hear.
But hot flashing. I'm sorry.
So you have so many layers on.
But I got so cold and now it got so hot.
And now Jane is stripping.
Oh my God.
Nice. Everyone turn to video now.
Sorry, there's many layers before you see anything interesting.
Well, just turn up the heat. It's fine.
Oh my God.
And I just think it's so fascinating. Like I don't.
So, but when did you have your first experience of touching someone and hearing a message that you remember?
The first time so I've always felt emotion. I've always known when someone's not feeling good. And I say, hey, is something going on with you? No. And I'm like, in my head going, wow, it doesn't seem set. And about 5 minutes, then they're unloading everything. I've always known that I can sit on a park bench and whoever's sitting beside me is going to tell me their life story if we talk long enough. And then go, I don't know why I'm telling you that. And I never knew why until I started learning more about being an empath and I hate to say the word healer, and intuitive. I just don't like to. Yeah, I just don't like to claim it. Yeah,
you do need to claim it. Maybe
I do need to claim it.
Sorry, I'm coming forward because I'm pregnant.
And I need to claim it in a podcast.
You do.
There we go.
So
yeah, I am. I know I can. I'm not going to say I'm going to cure your cancer or anything, but I am really good with emotional blockages and
releasing
shamanic, like and pulling out things from your past or past lives. I do seem to take entities that are hanging around people and get rid of them too. So, but I don't know what to call myself because I don't say I just do that.
Clairsentient.
Whatever that person,
healer.
I just do whatever that person, I guess I don't label myself because whatever the person in front of me needs, I just intuitively give.
Right.
And I find that when I took a course,
you were trying to put you in a box.
Yeah. And I was like, this isn't good for me.
Right.
So maybe that's why I don't like to say I can do that because I didn't have like something on the wall that I, went to this institute of. So, but I mean, most of my people
feel like you could claim the title. Is that it?
Yeah, you know what? Probably wouldn't. I'd probably be like, well, I wasn't really paying attention. But there's that diploma. I could just make one and put it in a frame. No one's gonna know. I mean, because there's so many institutes out there, right? And I don't know. But yeah,
so if you see a sign on Chandra's wall, it's fake. Just
especially if it's been written in crayon. Lots of glue, like pretty pictures.
No, I totally get it. I totally get it. Like,
but the very first time that I went, oh, okay. I mean, I was doing stuff in the studio that I ran with a girlfriend of mine years ago. But I remember I was kind of Candy was doing readings, and I was talking to this person, and she'd had the reading already, and she was talking to me as her girlfriend was having a reading. So I'm just talking to her. We're sitting on a couch, and all of a sudden, this face popped into my and I just went, so because she was talking about, I don't know, her mother or grandmother, and I went, short curly hair, glasses, the biggest smile you could ever see. She starts sobbing. She went, "Oh my God." I said, and I just kind of said what said. She goes, "Oh my God, that's what I needed. That's what I was waiting for this whole day." And I went, "Okay." And that's when I thought, "Oh, well, that's weird. That can't be me. That must have been so." And then other moments where it just kind of pops up. So it would always just pop up before I ever decided ever said to someone, "Here, I will do this for you."
And you know what it is? It's the fact that when it happened like that, it was effortless and organic.
There
and
was
you're
no one
afraid
expecting me.
Right. And now you're afraid if you say, "I can help you," that it may not show up that way.
No, because I've learned once I started giving readings or healing energy work. At the beginning, I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm broken. I'm getting nothing." And I'd be like working. And so normally my sessions the first session's usually a bit longer as I get to know someone, and I like to, really let them be relaxed and open up. But usually they're about an hour 15, hour 20. And I was working on this woman for like almost 2 hours, and nothing was coming through. And I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." The very end, I was like, "Okay, it's been 2 hours. I've got to shut this down." Her husband was coming to pick her up. And then all of a sudden, boom, she opened up, started crying, went, "Oh, you just weren't ready." And then everything came in. So I'm like, "Oh, it's not me." And then I have people going, "Well, I'm trying so hard." I'm like, "Stop trying so hard. You're blocking everything." Like, I'm recognizing that if things aren't flowing, I had someone come in. I know she wasn't happy, but I also know that I'm like, you were lying. Like you just weren't ready to look. You wanted answers that I wasn't able to give you. And
you had a script.
She had a script that she wanted to hear.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
exactly.
I can't read it
Doesn't
clearly
work like that.
because you can alter it. Like, we've done this where
can alter what?
You can alter what your reading is based on your energy in that moment.
What do you mean? I'm not following.
So Candy, I'm saying Candy a lot. We're going to have her on the show.
Yeah. She's great.
She's fucking brilliant. We were doing a tarot reading and it was terrible. And she goes, "Oh my God, you're in such a bad mood." I'm like, "I know, blah, 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 blah." So we were just talking, shooting the shit. 20 minutes later, she went, "Okay, your energy's cleared." Totally different reading.
Oh.
Same thing, but with not so much heaviness and anger. And so,
same message?
No.
I see.
Like, working on the same thing. It was just so insanely weird how everything, she goes, "You're just everything." The cards were, I don't remember these things, but it was more like the first one was like, "Leave me alone, go away, you're closed off, da 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 da." She goes, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And then the next one was, I was opened up. Like, I was just I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So me saying, "I don't want to hear it," all the cards were like saying, "Well, I'm not saying anything to you."
Right.
So so I know when I'm touching someone, they're like, "Don't," and I'll even say, "You don't want," like, "I'm touching you. You don't want me to go there right now, but this is something that has to be unpacked." I'm not that kind of energy worker who I could dig right in and make them very uncomfortable, but that's not going to help them.
No, God, no.
Unless they've given me permission. Sometimes they say, "I know it. I give you permission to dig in, like, get past my
defense.
Sometimes even I don't want to break anyone.
God, no.
I want them to get a release. I'll get a release, but I'm like, this is huge. This is not going to happen in one go.
Yeah.
Like, some people I get on the table, I'm like, "Whoo, we're getting it all out." And they're ready. Some people are like, "I need to go slow," based on their trauma. Everyone's different.
I'm just remembering, and I don't know if I brought it up here before, the first time I had a real energy treatment. I was newly married. I don't know. I was around 30, 29, 30. And I didn't know what Reiki was.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about it. It was a friend of a friend. And they said, "Oh, you should try this out." And I was like, I'm open. I'm the yes and girl. Like, "What is it? Sure. I'll give it a try."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what something could be really, really cool. And I would miss the opportunity. So I'm on this woman's table and I've met her since then, like just last year again, and reminded her of this experience. And she was like, "Oh yeah." And I was, she was doing a reading or she was just doing, like, had her hands over top of me, and she was like, "Oh, I've been asked to regress you. Can I regress you?" And I'm like, "What's that mean?"
I don't ask. I just say, "I don't know if you believe in past lives,
exactly.
but I'm just going to go there because you can do it without I can do it without you knowing, and I'll tell you afterwards. I find it sometimes
Yeah.
it gets in the way if they know it's happening, because then they go,
I didn't even know
Yeah.
what it meant. I was
Yeah.
like, whatever you want to do. And
Yep.
then I started getting like goosebumps from like the bottom of my feet,
Yeah.
kind of heading up in a wave up through my body, through the top of my head, and then they'd come back down. And it was doing this. And it wasn't like, when you get goosebumps, you get a shudder. But this was more like a wave.
energy feels different.
Oh my gosh, it was bizarre. And I
love it.
couldn't move.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like my body felt pinned to the table and it was just this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I just remembering it, I'm remembering the sensation. Long story short, I ended up having this really strong vision of one of my past lives. And it was like a dream.
What was your first past life that you remember?
It was this one where I had a best friend. I had a best friend who was a healer. I had a best friend who was a healer, and she was brought to heal someone who was important in the community at that time. This was hundreds of years ago.
Right.
Their son, who was very, very sick, and he was too sick, and he died. And the parents in their grief blamed her.
Of course.
And
As one
so
does,
she was imprisoned and eventually died, and basically was accused of killing him because they couldn't believe that God would take their son. Right. So she was made to be the reason that this terrible, terrible thing happened to their son. She was my best friend, and I was furious. Like you want to talk about female fury. Like this was where a lot of it came from. I was just like so angry. And so I went into the middle of the village in the little town square, and I got up on the fucking, where you yell from the rooftop, and I yelled every obscenity against every single person that had any authority or power in that town. And I was just like, called them all out. And so they made an example of me because they said, you don't get to do that. And so they, this was the part that was a hard part. And me, I'd suffered.
So we both died?
Yeah, we both died. It was brutal. And what happened though for me was that that they wanted to make sure there was so I was publicly disemboweled. At the time I was 30, I'd been suffering from IBS and endometriosis for 15 years. Bad. In and out of hospital, bad. And so this woman didn't know any of that. I didn't tell her a thing because I was so skeptical going in. I was like, yeah. And then she and I had this vision of the whole thing as it was going back for this whole public. And the worst part of the whole thing, this is heavy. Sorry, guys. But the worst part of the whole thing was that my family was made to watch.
Oh, well, usually, yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal. And that's the last thing I saw. Right. And so the rage was still just in me. And then I came back from this dream where my body was pinned to the table and that's when I started believing energy works. But of course my German self at that time was like, well, that was weird. Anyway, it's like, but that was my first. And then I was, and she said, so do you have any tummy troubles? And I'm like, yeah, just a bit.
Oh my God.
And then the other weird thing she said was, I was there. She goes, that's why I had to take you there. Because I was there too. She goes, and I remember it really vividly. And she goes, yeah. And so she was
So she was a villager?
She was one of the people that she saw the whole thing. So when I was going through and having all these visions, she was having the vision from a different perspective. So when we compared notes at the end, she was like,
yeah,
and that was my only time.
Yeah, I've only been.
But I avoided it after that because I was like, I don't know if I want to know anymore.
Right. I usually go in I'll usually feel it and go, oh, this is something in the past. We're going to go in, and then you go in and you kind of go in, rectify the situation.
Right.
So I would
or
pull
release it.
I would pull you. Well, what I would do is pull you, and I would. How I do it, everyone does it differently. I pull you out of it, or I change the thing and show you where you are today and release you that your family has moved on and they survived and they have better lives and da 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 da. Or I go in and when you go in spiritually, you're pretty big. Like you're pretty big. And so you can
That's cool.
kind of change whatever you need to change. And then
Wait, I go back. I don't know what you mean when you said when you go in spiritually, you're pretty
so
big.
when I go into someone's past life, and so if I was to go in, I don't know, I'm going to just make this up. So don't yell at me, people. And so I would go in, I mean, maybe there have been a time when I was there, but I was getting a massage when I started having a past life with the person massaging me.
Oh, wow.
And I went, do you know we were sisters, like it was a geisha girl kind of thing and blah, 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 blah. And it was kind of cool. But in this case, I would have gone in and I see the life as it happened. And then I say, now I'm going to pull you out of it. So I go in and I either change what happened to you, or
You can't change it though, can you? You can?
I kind of do, in that if I would stop them. It depends. I have either changed it where you don't get disemboweled, or I've done it where I don't want to say punish, because I usually do it with light and love, la 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 la. But it depends.
I do it with light and love. La 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 la.
It depends on what the crime is. Okay. Sometimes I go, okay, you know what, buddy? Let's bring you to the light and da da da. But if they're real jerkish, I will kind of say, now let me put you in their shoes. Now let me put you in.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember what I've done. Because I don't remember everything when I'm working.
That's a pretty powerful shit, Chandra.
Yeah, when I put, but you see, I go, it just happened. I just did it. I just do that.
This is like I as someone who went, like when I came out of that experience, I was like, I had an understanding and a knowing of where a lot of like this, a lot of this.
The first time it happened to me, I had an understanding of knowing of my relationship with men in a romantic way.
Right. And
because usually everyone has killed me.
Well, yeah, as has happened over millennia with women, majority of the time. So the knowing of it in a way releases it. Like for me, I was like, I just needed to understand. It was awful, and but I also went, okay, some of the stuff I'm carrying isn't based on this particular
and
time
I
frame,
find
and
that
it's okay to let it go.
People don't believe in past lives. I will format it like, listen, if you don't believe in this if you don't believe in past lives,
which is okay,
I'm going to totally okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to just use this as a scenario as to why you have this, and we're going to change what happened because it's spiritual. So you can change so that the soul doesn't carry this pain anymore.
So you can release the soul. You're kind of releasing the soul from the
actual event,
the burden of the event.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I think what happens is some stuff is sticky. It sticks to you.
You bring it forth with you. You bring it forth with it's like you bring your childhood with you. Like you can come into, if you do believe in a past life, you come into this world carrying whatever you haven't let go of, or whatever has burdened you so much that it is just part of you.
Do you believe that there's some souls that are new that don't have past lives? I don't know. I don't have a faith structure on that yet.
No, I know there's some. Well, everyone says old souls. I think old souls, to me, are people who are more in tune, whether they know it or not, but that they just have a knowledge. They carry that knowledge of a little bit of their past with them. People who are very new are probably ones who are just shell-shocked and don't want to remember anything.
Right.
There are obviously souls who have been around longer than others, but I don't know if there's any brand new ones anymore. That's so weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a question I don't have an answer to.
I don't have an answer to. And when you start talking about spirituality, time is irrelevant, because there is no such thing outside of this two-dimensional kind of reality.
Yeah.
But
and as some people say, there's no past lives, are all happening at the exact same time.
It's all
so there's just so much.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's like it's funny. We can talk about this stuff, and I know later I'm gonna have like, this is where the vulnerability hangover is going to get me, because I'm going to be like, I can't believe I talked about that stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And then
I totally forget.
And then, well, I will forget eventually. But then I think, okay, but I was raised a Christian, where I was raised to believe that this virgin gave birth, that an angel came down and said, "Oh, God made you pregnant, and oh, by the way, this is the body and blood of Christ, and it's literal,
And he came back to life,
and it
after he
came
was
back to
killed.
life,
Yeah.
and like it's
But we
kind
can't believe in past life or energy or
right,
spirits. Yeah,
right,
I know. I
right.
know.
And so, I sit there and go, "Oh,
Hypocrites.
Jane, you're such a flake." And then I go, "Wait a second. All religion is kind of like all woo woo. It's all woo woo. Let's be real.
That's what faith is: believing in something you can't see.
Yeah, or understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
think-
I just I have it that at least from the way my experience has been so far is that when you talk about energy and past lives, there's a certain amount of people that are just like, yeah, whatever, Jane, that's great, good for you.
Well, and they're just not ready to look at it, or they don't want to believe in it.
Right, and that's
And-
okay.
or they don't
and
want
that's
to.
the good
And I
thing.
guess that's fine.
I'm not selling you a religion, but
No.
I'm not selling you.
No, and
anything.
I don't. Doesn't bother me if someone doesn't believe in what I believe in. What bothers me if they try and make fun of me or belittle me. I don't make fun or belittle them if they don't believe it.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
That's
actually
the
we
part
need
I
to,
don't like.
but that's also the part that we have to let go and not give a flying fuck about.
Well, I don't, but I mean, it's when I'm just like, I don't need you to tell me I'm wrong. I don't tell you you're wrong for not believing in it.
They do it because they need.
Well,
to
they're
do
fearful.
It. They're
Yeah.
doing people who are who have a need, trolls and people that need to put other people down. It's really
Well, it's to make
like
themselves feel
holding
better.
the mirror up, buddy.
Yeah.
Like this is
Oh,
what it's about,
for sure.
you know. So yeah, that's why I'm like, if I was thinking about this, what we were going to talk about today, and I was like, oh, one of the things we could talk about is, the reverse bucket list, because
I think we touched on that the last time.
Did we?
Yeah, we did touch on that because I remember while I was editing.
I definitely don't remember.
See, when I was editing, I went, "Oh yeah, there's that." You were like, "Take off the list."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did
I
talk
guess
about
that's in
that,
my
but that's
space a lot
something that-
because there's this duality of like,
Yeah.
I want this to do well, and if it does well, there's going to be people that say unkind things because we're going to be out in the public forum and we're speaking, things that people will have issues with, and then there's another part of me that's like, I don't give a. I want to not care if this is successful or not. I want to be able to like.
Honestly, if this is successful in the fact that it ever brings in some money,
Yeah, I guess
fucking
that's
fantastic because
that's a totally separate thing.
that's a totally separate thing. But if this is the fact that if this is successful and that people are watching it or listening, we're
We're
I haven't
already
even
successful. We have
Yeah.
3 or 4 people who absolutely.
yeah, and that's what I mean.
Thank
I
you,
don't
these 3 or 4 that are listening.
that love
we
us
love
every
you
week
so much.
I am not. I don't even. That doesn't even cross my mind. It honestly doesn't.
That's
I look
amazing.
at it and go, oh look, one more person followed us. Yes.
I know. She's always you're always looking at the stats, and I'm like, they don't matter if there's less than 20.
And I'm like, no, but
Chandra,
look, Jane,
I
look, Jane.
know.
And she's
I'm
like, I don't care.
it doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
But that's just like the fact that we're doing it, and I think I have to just put it.
I'm just proud of us for showing up.
I just and I think that's
Next
if
week is
anyone's
20.
out there.
Wait, this week is 21. Whatever this one is, we're over 20 now.
Yeah, we'll be over
Which
20
is a
when this
huge
comes out.
milestone.
Huge.
Yeah.
I don't. I just the fact that we're just doing it. Like I think that's anything I do creatively. If I get it out there, because I haven't got my books out there and stuff, and I don't know why, but any theater work I've done on film work or improv work, and I do not look beautiful sometimes. I will make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a flying fuck. I am just having fun in the moment. And once it's out there, I'm like, la, 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 la,
Yeah,
la,
once it's
I'm
out
on.
there.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't care.
But the things that that have to be done with intention, like writing a book, right?
Yes.
That gets harder, right? Because you have
Yes.
to be doing the work before. And it's funny is I said this. I was about to say you have to be doing the work before you call yourself a writer. That's what it feels like, but the truth is wrong. It's a reverse. I'm a writer, therefore I write. It's not I'm a writer because I wrote. I'm a writer, therefore I write. And I said this to Bly the other day when she was talking with her friend on the sofa, and I said, you guys have to make sure you start addressing yourself as musicians and like writers of music. Fuck, what's the word? Musicians, but like
Artists.
composers.
Oh, composers.
Yeah. Like I said,
composers.
you're songwriters, and they're like, and I said, are you writing songs? They're like, yeah. And I said, then you're a songwriter.
That's something I've always had problems
Right. And
doing
this is
because I'm like, what am I?
Right.
Because I do this and I've done this and sometimes I'll do that and sometimes so I've decided I used to say theater professional
It
because
doesn't fit,
I'm like,
does it?
what? No, it doesn't fit. I think I'm just a creative.
That's what I've
I think,
adopted.
which
'Cause
sounds
there
a
was the
little snobby. I'm a creative. Hello,
I'm a
I'm Chandra
creative.
Pepper. I'm a creative.
Yes, I know
What do you
what's-
create, Chandra? Whatever I want.
Everything and
Everything
nothing.
and anything.
I know.
Except paintings. I don't create paintings.
I want to paint,
Well, I can, but I don't
I've
think
had to
I'm
put
like,
it
it's
off
not-
my list for now because I was
I'm
like,
not a painter.
I don't have. I have a desire for paint for sure, but I also am very clear that I can't start right now. It's not one of those things.
There's
that I
so
can
many
put the time-
things that I can't.
But
start
that's
right
part of the thing is you got to kind of go, okay, what can I actually, focus on right now? So I picked the top 2 or 3 things that I really want to do, and that's it. Everything else is still on the list. It's just delayed until such time that I can get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing about being a creative is like I don't think there's really any person who's a creative, and everyone is. Let's be honest, but that there's just this
their
one
own
thing. I
niche,
only
yeah.
love doing this
I
one thing.
know.
It's
I get so weird. People feel the need to pigeonhole. What
Well,
are
I'm
you?
finding
What
that-
do you do? And I'm like, I don't know
That's
whatever
why
I
I'm
want to do.
struggling so much right now because for this to grow, I keep getting the message: find your niche, find your niche. You got to find your niche. Your name and your title needs to say what you do.
No, you know what I'm gonna
and I'm
call-
like, fuck that shit. I'm like, I don't want to be niche down, but they're also saying, well, you're never going to grow because if you. And I'm like, well,
I once had a reading done recently-ish, and she just validated everything because she said, "You do it all. It doesn't matter." She said, "You are." I hadn't, don't say anything. She goes, "You have trouble deciding what you want to do," and I just went, "Mm." And she said, "You've got so much you could do, but you don't know where to start." And I'm like, not saying anything. And she said, "It doesn't matter. Just start one because one's going to lead to the other and lead to the other and lead to the other."
Right.
She said, "You don't need she said, she said, you especially have absolutely no recipe. There is no guideline for you specifically, Chandra,
God.
that you have to do this and then you do this." She goes, "You just have to just
Start.
do." And I went, "Oh, that makes so much sense for
Yeah.
me." It does make sense for me. Yes, I just have to start. And
they all interconnect, right? Which is why
Exactly.
when we go on a writing retreat, that's been inspired by this,
Yeah.
so because we want to
we're going to hide ourselves away.
hide ourselves
We have to
and
do this
actually,
and write.
right,
And make each other right.
make each other right with a bottle of wine,
I was going to say with wine. So we might.
maybe some gummies.
And so we'll have to have a timeline when we can start each one, or else there won't be much.
No, I
writing.
know.
So come like
We reward ourselves with gummies. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's just showing up doing one thing consistently, and the other things will follow.
Yeah.
And but I like you. I'm bouncing. Like but I'm realizing I can't.
That's not
I can't,
wrong.
I know, but I also can't
That's
let
the
myself
German-
bounce
yeah.
too much.
No,
because
you
when I
have to,
bounce
like,
too much, I
nothing
I
gets
feel
done.
like shit at the end of the day. Because I'm like,
Yes.
I got a tenth of this done and a tenth of this. Yesterday, I felt so good because I actually sat down in the morning and I wrote a list of all the things I want to get done. I was like, this is way too much. I'm not going to get this done. And I highlighted the 8 things that I was like, okay, this is attainable if I really stay focused.
Okay.
And I did. I was like, and I didn't
Wow.
even like, there was no magic other than I just said, not doing anything else. And just went check. And I felt like $1,000,000. I didn't get the last one done, but I did it at 2 a.m. because I was like
2 a.m.
I woke up and went,
Oh my
I didn't
God.
get that last one. But but they were that in the morning, I let my brain just bounce. Because all the things were completely disconnected. They were
Right.
not related to each other at all. They're
Right.
completely random. But it was like, and so I did. I was like, I got like 10% of this done, but I was like, it was still forward momentum.
Yes.
And there's something very satisfying about just
Checking
stroking
things
something
off,
a
yeah.
lift. Yeah.
I know I have to start making lists again. I remember like when I was in my
You don't
20s.
have to do anything.
No, but I remember in my you're right. But in my 20s and before we had phones and computers and all that jazz, I'd have a notebook and and it was when I was still in school and I would just write anything like buy coffee, write this essay, go to the store, finish this monologue, like anything. And I would just like pages, and I would go with my little highlighter. I loved when that whole page was highlighted. I loved it.
Yeah. So you highlighted it when it was done? You didn't scratch it off?
No, I highlighted
Oh,
it.
no. You see, I find way more satisfying. I can't read this fucker anymore.
But I like to, the highlighter means done. And I went,
Oh,
I
that's
can
so interesting
still
for
see
me.
everything I did. And went,
Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't want to highlight it. I'd be like, that doesn't exist anymore. That's off the list.
oh, it was such satisfaction to, well, I like highlighting things. They're pretty colors.
So that's
and I would just highlight it. And then I could see, I'm like, what have I done today? I'm like, oh, I did this and this, and I would recount. If I scratched it out, I'd be like, what did I do today?
Yeah, no, that's true. There is something to that. I think I scratched it out just enough that I could still read it if I need to. You know, it's been actually, I did a few times recently. I don't do this consistently, but it would be a good habit. Is that at the end of my day, when I feel like, fuck, what happened to today? I sit down and go, and I did this. I went into my Google Calendar and I went, okay, actually, you know what? I did laundry and house cleaning from 9 until 11, and I put it in after the end of the day. And then I went at 11:30. I did emails for this, and this, and I paid bills. And so I went in and I put that in, and then I went and then I wrote for 2 hours, and I put that in. I reversed my day, and I looked at my day and I went, yeah, I did shit. Yeah. But honestly, like, because I don't count. I don't count the housework. I don't count the fucking sweeping of the floors and mopping and all this stuff. And then you kind of go, what the fuck just happened? And then, but doing that, I felt like,
look what I did.
And that's why the block calendar stuff is working for me right now. Because I blocked blocked
your day. Yeah, I've got to learn how to do that.
I put housekeeping's going here. I'm not doing it here, here, and here. It's here. I mean, I still hate doing it, but I know it's there. Let me know. I'll let you know how it goes in a couple of weeks.
I was on a business trip, and I didn't do my dishes last night.
Well, you know, it's okay.
I know.
If you were living alone, you're like, that's what you would have done.
So I came downstairs and I went, but you know what? I came downstairs and went, I didn't do the dishes last night.
Now I remember.
So what feels good at that moment?
I know.
That I came down and went, not that it was one plate.
I know,
cup,
but it's delayed gratification,
it's just,
right?
I'm like, shit, I should have done it. Yeah, it is weird, eh?
Yeah.
Now that I'm in this habit of having stuff done, because I live with someone who likes things cleaner than I naturally like. Like, I'm not a pig, but
no, but you recognize now that habit that you developed of putting everything away at night it's not such a bad thing. It's actually
I know
nice
I have to create better habits, and I am saying I have to because I know how I feel when I do that.
Right.
And
we've talked about this before about especially exercise for both of us right now. That's a big one.
That's such a bad word. Oh my God.
Fuck, I'm finding a different
Stop
word
swearing
for it.
at me. I'm so offended by that word.
I get it. I totally get it. It is kind of
because as soon as someone says exercise, the guilt just I know, and it makes me feel such
like
a fat cat,
lazy fucking sloth.
My muscles.
But here's the thing, like, you're exercising, doing stuff all the time, but this specific, let's say it's not exercise.
I am.
It's workout. No, yes, because you're absolutely. Every time you go up and down your stairs, every time you do laundry, every time you lift groceries, every time you shovel at the property, you are exercising.
That I will count as exercise.
So, I mean, anytime you've worked up a sweat, you've been exercising. The difference is a workout is a very targeted, high intensity.
Yeah, the stuff I'm working out with it's not targeting my belly fat.
No.
And you know what? I've decided that I might just call myself a Buddha. And I will drape my Buddha with beautiful fabrics.
Exactly. I'm of the mind as well. I'm like, I don't want to, I just
want to feel stronger. Like, all jokes aside, which I'm sure we've said a million times on here.
I know,
but
I will keep saying it until we fucking do something about it, I guess. And like, I'm sitting here holding the shoulder this entire fucking podcast, going, ow, 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 and it's like, Jade, if you were,
I'll run some energy through it when we're done.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, it's been like this for like weeks though, so I'm like,
look at me. I'm going to run some energy through you.
Look at you. I love that for me. Thank you.
I love that for you too.
But she gets so confident about saying and then I get the benefits.
It's true. So I want you to take that therapeutic touch so you can run energy through me.
I will, actually.
We have to go to that guy. We have to go to that guy. Yeah, totally practice.
Are you talking about Larry?
I don't know, whoever Heather was saying at the party.
Oh, yeah, Larry's awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to remember his name so I could look him up. I'm like,
Larry Steele, energy worker, very, very good in Guelph.
I thought it was Andrew Scott. I went, no, he's an actor. Hot actor.
Larry Steele, he's been doing it forever. I've gone to him a whole bunch of times. He helped me a lot when I was leaving my business. I was so stressed.
Yes, I would.
And I would always come. I would come right down. He was.
I would like.
And Heather, of course, because she's such an energetic powerhouse. Like, you know,
I would love
she
it.
likes him. You know,
I said that, and she offered him. So
yeah,
she's obviously
and he's in
knows
town
that.
here, and I know him well. John actually jams with him every Wednesday. He's part of a jam group. Yeah.
Was John
he actually came to the show. He saw the show.
Oh,
Hey,
did
Larry, we're talking about
Hi,
you.
Larry.
Thanks for
What
coming
did
to the
he
show.
look like?
I couldn't describe him for you easily.
Okay.
He's a Guelphy. One of many, many thousands of.
What the hell
he's,
does that
He's
mean?
roughly.
I'm now a Guelphy.
He's
Do I
like
look like
blonde,
one?
younger than John. Quite handsome. I couldn't.
I don't
more
remember.
than that. I don't. Blue eyes. He's got amazing blue eyes.
Didn't notice.
Yeah. I didn't. I will introduce you.
Okay, but we have to make an appointment. I would like to. I would like to.
We can go together.
I'd like to try.
Yeah.
I like to try different people. I love to receive.
Well, it's like a chef going to a restaurant where someone else is cooking for them. They're like, I'd love to see what you're going to do for me.
Yeah.
You know, let's see what combinations you bring me.
Not just with any, not with any.
No judgment.
Just, no, not with any intention or expectation. I just would love a nice energy treatment. I'm not going to walk in going, I'm so blocked here. I'm like, I just want someone.
Oh yeah, he's one of those people that can
balance
reads the room.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I really
can
love.
bring you into yourself.
Yeah,
yeah. It's funny. I have so many people in my life who are really cool energy workers, and yet I'm like,
well, Jane, do we really need to get into that here about who you are and how you're supposed to embrace that? Maybe.
No.
Oh, look. Oh, well, we had to get into Chandra at the beginning.
No, I think we're running out of time now.
Oh, whatever. You have to embrace who you are.
I am, and I'm not that. I don't have that innate thing. I have something else, but it's not that.
But you have an innate gift. You have an innate intuition, and when you're in that resonance, it's like so amazing to just be in that space with you. You don't sometimes, you don't allow it out all the time. Mm-mm. You have to be very particular. Like, you don't want to be walking around with that because that's exhausting. But you can walk around knowing in who you are.
Yes,
and you need to know.
That's true for everybody, though. Isn't it?
That's a whole other one, because people have to actually
embrace their essence
and walk into who they are, and that sometimes requires a lot of. I mean, for me, it took fucking years, years and years and years.
And you still have a challenge calling yourself a healer and an energy worker.
Yes, and I'm actually working and doing it.
Yes.
So, but to say it out loud,
I
have no problem doing it. You can book me.
Yes.
On the center stage.
Yes.
I got a lot of stages in my life.
You do.
The center stage. Yeah, the center stage.
Yeah.
But
oh wait, you have a website.
Yeah, I have a website. The center stage. Yeah.
.ca.
Yeah.
.com?
.ca. Yeah, I couldn't get the .com. .ca. Yeah. I think. I don't know what I have.
Oh God. Okay, for reals, we're gonna put it in the show notes.
I'll do it on this one.
Yeah. We say that every time.
We'll go through it one day when we're really bored.
And update them all.
Oh, on our writer's retreat when we have wine, because we won't be able to write, but we can do that.
Yes, we could do that.
We can go through them all. But really, I think you know.
And we have to talk.
What? Oh my God! I was just going to wrap it up.
About the newsletter, but I don't know if this is the time. Anyways, so let people know about the newsletter, to join the newsletter, because that's when you're going to hear about the retreats and all the stuff.
Oh yes, my friends, join the newsletter.
Yes, and I'll link that below too in the show notes.
Isn't that our email list?
Yeah.
Join our email list.
Yeah.
Sign up.
Yeah. Sign up
and
hear about all the cool stuff. And there is bonus content, because when John gave me this beautiful ring on stage after the show, which Chandra arranged with him, I had a picture of that in the newsletter. I sent out.
I look like shit, but it was nice. No, because I'm looking like this, because I'm crying like I have like Jabba the Hutt chin, and then
it was amazing.
No, I laughed at that picture. I'm like, everyone else is laughing, and I look like I'm trying to pass a large bowel.
I'm sorry, should I run it by you first?
No, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? I laugh at. I'm like, well, there's another one.
I loved it because there was a lot of surprise. Because it wasn't just me surprised. You managed to surprise.
I surprised
the entire cast.
John and I were the only ones who knew.
And everyone in the cast who was on stage with me had no idea what was happening. Yeah. So that was pretty awesome.
So that was
That was pretty awesome.
I didn't want anyone to accidentally spill it.
Yeah. It's hard to keep secret these days.
Well, because not that they would spill it, but if they were super excited, and you'd be like, "What's going on?"
Yeah. I'm pretty suspicious.
Yes, I know.
Don't pull the wool over me.
I know. It's hard to surprise me too, because I'm always going, why are you acting like that?
Yeah, you look different.
You know what? That comes from our insecurities. Because if anyone, you do this, why are you being different? What's acting like that?
Oh, interesting.
For me anyways, it'd be like, what's happening?
What's up? Yeah,
Is there
you pick up on the shift. Yeah,
I do. Or maybe
I
that's
think-
just me. I don't know, but I do. You do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because you're an empath, right?
Yeah.
When I walk into a room and people are feeling like not themselves or off, I pick up on it.
I know. And I remember
Right
years I
away.
didn't know it, right? I'm like, why do I
Why?
feel, I just want to go home now. And I don't know why. I was so excited to be here. Yeah. Now I will tend to, in those situations, just go and dance in a corner and then I'm fine again.
Yep. Well, that's the other thing we do. I am
Dancing.
working on the dance party. It is.
We're trying so hard to get it.
I think it'll happen. It'll
It's,
June. I think it'll happen, if not sooner.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Yay! We have to dance, people. Way more.
Yeah, I had fun dancing on the weekend. That was great.
Yeah.
That was so great. Yeah, so I guess we ended it. Did we end it?
I think we ended it. I wonder if we should try and come up with a formal ending. Like, people try to go with cute endings.
Okay, so our
We're
cute
just not
ending.
brilliant enough at that right now. But
Our cute ending would be like, so Jane,
so, Chandra,
are you feeling any sager? Bye.
Bye. Sager.